you're controlling. That means you're more likely not even controlling yourself very well. You're just controlling everything else around you because you refuse to actually control who you are. You want to be in control of everything around you except your own self. That's usually what happens with people. So your engagement more than likely is not going to go the way you want it to go because you're controlling. Another aspect is you complain too much. No man wants to hear a nagging, complaining woman all the time. When something goes wrong, you instantly start complaining. As opposed to, hey, you tell your guy you with, hey baby, or however you refer to him, hey, unfortunately this and this happened and I have no idea how to fix it, but I'm gonna come to you because I think you can probably fix this solution or at least point me in the right direction. Instantly, he either gonna want to do one or two things. He either gonna try to fix it, find somebody to fix it, or tell you he can't. But 9 times out of 10, he gonna do the other two. He gonna either try to fix it or get somebody who can fix it, whether he got to pay for it or not. Because now you done brought it to him. It's like, oh, okay, she need me. I gotta come through. Anytime you show us that you need us, it's something automatically triggered within us to like, I gotta come through. She need me. We gotta be clutch. So if you're not doing that, bringing it to him like that, and you just steady complaining about it, that's a whole, like, do I really want to sit here for the rest of my life doing this? I don't want to sit there for the rest of my life doing that, knowing that you're complaining about everything, you're nagging about everything. And then when you constantly do that, what's they call it, the negative patty or whatever the heck it is that they call it. And like, do I want to hear you just complain all the time? And it gets worse the older you get. You end up seeing these individuals, all they do is complain. Like, who want to hear that? What's going on? It's WillMyCraven. Coming another day with another video. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Gladly appreciate it. Leave a comment. And I want to talk about something interesting in regards for the women out here. A lot of times we hear about you all have been engaged for however many times. And that's all fine and dandy. But if you're engaged, do you all know how to seal the deal? I don't think a lot of women who've been engaged and have not sealed the deal understand what went wrong. And there's a numerous amount of things that can actually go wrong with actually sealing the deal. And the guy says, you know what, I don't want to, I changed my mind. And sometimes you all may break it, but the guy actually switched up on you because he didn't know how to break it. So he calls you to actually break the deal off. And that's something a lot of guys won't even say, which I think is kind of a coward move, but for some reason we don't want to hurt you all's feelings for some reason. Me personally, I don't really care. Those who know me, I'm gonna cut you right. I'm gonna cut it right, crisp and dry. Just gonna tell it to you just how it is. My tack has gotten a lot better, but for the most part, I may not cut no corners on you. But yes. So the engagement part, that's wonderful. You've managed to get to home plate. You've round yourself around first, second, and third. Now you've at home plate. You've scored, but you didn't win the game. That's the key. You didn't win the game. So how do you win the game? Well, number one is being consistent. So if you're being consistent and leading him to believe it's a fairy tale life that you're living, you're going to lose the game. So you can keep trying to be consistent at portraying you're this individual, but at some point he's going to start throwing pitches toward you and striking you out. He's going to find out that you're not as consistent as you're trying to portray yourself to be. So the biggest thing in this part is basically like you're playing the game, but you're not really playing the game. You're basically auditioning. So yeah, I prefer always. I did a video of it about being about business. So basically, the business deal has gone awry. So you don't get married. The business deal got axed. So at some point, he finds out that you've done bad business. There can be a ton of things that cause it to be bad business. And then there can be some issues to where the guy is just not ready and he has cold feet. That isn't on you all. But those instances where you don't seal the deal, that's on you. So, things that will cause you not to be able to seal the deal. Controlling. That is probably one of the biggest things that will end up having an engagement to be broken off. You are controlling. So that means if you're controlling, you're not going to be submissive. You're not going to listen to what it is that he has to say. And a lot of guys, we've experienced that guy in that situation. We're like, man, if you don't put your foot down with her, she's going to run over you the whole time. And that means you're doing everything she tells you, everything she says, and your pockets are getting hit time and time again, and she has no regard of what things are going on. And it's like, you want to be in this for the rest of your life? Then your children are going to be telling you what to do. Everybody's telling you what to do, and no one's listening to you. And there's a lot of males out there that are miserable in that situation when they actually didn't have the balls enough to put their foot down and stick in that mess, and now they're miserable. Oh, I'll just keep peace, trying to keep my children so I don't end up in divorce court. And it's like, yeah, she has you by those, and you're doing that. But for those of us who know that crap and not going to put up that crap, that's be the number one thing that gets you out of the door. I'm not going to put up with you trying to control the situation and tell me everything I need to do. And then when things that I want to do and need to do, you trying to stop and block? I think not. No, that ain't happening. So in this situation, as far as getting to the marriage, a guy who desires and has ambition, desires to lead and have his family, he's thought his family out and what he wants them to do. You being controlling, you got to go. As simple as that. You got to go. It's not going to continue with this. And it takes some guys longer to figure this out, especially if they've been caught by, the cookie in the cookie jar, and he got his hand in there, or his third arm in there, and now it's like, oh, okay, well, I want to start doing this, but I'm enjoying this too much, and now we're emotionally attached. So it's harder for him to actually cut you loose, even though he more or less know that he should cut you loose. But guys who ain't gonna get that emotionally attached, like, man, okay, that's something you're supposed to do anyway, but I'm not finna make that be my final decision based off because you do that well. No, being controlling is not something a man wants to have in his life. You can control everything else over there, which is why I say time and time again, get control of yourself, not the other individual. I don't seek to control anybody else but myself. When I control me, things around me will fall in line. You'll get the pictures like, all right, this dude got this, and this, and he making sure he on point with this, and this don't bother him, and that don't bother him. He on that, and that. It's like, all right, cool. You either gonna level up and be right there in that same mind frame and character and in control with me, or keep it moving. That type of control turns around and makes people either gonna get intimidated or they gonna meet the challenge. 9 times out of 10, I get a lot of people as far as women, get intimidated until I turn around and tell them, like, no, you see I'm here, you just be there. I'm not, even if you striving to be there, okay, that's cool, that's good. I'm not finna force you to be on my level, but still, this is how we move. We move like this over here. At some point, I expect you to raise the bar on your own. Cause yeah, I know I don't expect you to automatically be right here, because then that's a whole nother aspect of me having to teach, and that's something I'm actually enjoy. But if you're controlling, that means you're more likely not even controlling yourself very well. You're just controlling everything else around you because you refuse to actually control who you are. You want to be in control of everything around you except your own self. That's usually what happens with people. So your engagement more than likely is not going to go the way you want it to go because you're controlling. Another aspect is you complain too much. No man wants to hear a nagging, complaining woman all the time. When something goes wrong, you instantly start complaining. As opposed to, hey, you tell your guy you with, hey baby, or however you refer to him, hey, unfortunately this and this happened, and I have no idea how to fix it, but I'm gonna come to you because I think you could probably fix this solution, or at least point me in the right direction. Instantly, he either gonna want to do one or two things. He either gonna try to fix it, find somebody to fix it, or tell you he can't. But 9 times out of 10, he gonna do the other two. He gonna either try to fix it or get somebody who can fix it, whether he got to pay for it or not. Because now you done brought it to him. It's like, oh, okay, she need me. I gotta come through. Anytime you show us that you need us, it's something automatically triggered within us to, like, I gotta come through. She need me. We gotta be clutch. So if you're not doing that, bringing it to him like that, and you just steady complaining about it, that's a whole, like, do I really want to sit here for the rest of my life doing this? I don't want to sit there for the rest of my life doing that, knowing that you're complaining about everything, you're nagging about everything. And then when you constantly do that, what's they call it, the negative patty, or whatever the heck it is that they call it. And like, do I want to hear you just complain all the time? And it gets worse the older you get. You end up seeing these individuals, all they do is complain. Like, who want to hear that? I definitely don't want to hear it. I'm sure others don't want to hear it. Heck, my son don't even, he's at the age now, he don't even want to hear you doing all that complaining. Like, no, Dad, I don't want to go over there. That's all they do is complain. I appreciate you keeping your chuckles over there quietly. we both over here laughing because that's the case. But yeah, even my son, who's not even in his teenage years yet, don't like hearing it. So imagine grown men. If a grown man is listening to you complain all the time, he's literally giving up. Because, like, look, I'm not finna hear. No, what are you complaining for? Can you fix it? Even if you fixed it, what's the point? You can't do nothing about it, or it's either you can't do nothing about it or fix it, or get somebody to fix it. What the heck? Complain ain't doing nothing. It ain't doing nothing but being a sourpuss. Don't nobody want to be around that, especially every day, 24/7. Man, get out of here with that. No. So complaining, controlling. Oh, 2 C's. No, and no. The other thing, you lazy. No man who values himself is going to want a lazy woman. You're lazy, but you like to spend money. That don't work. So all you do is spend money and you're lazy, in which if you're gonna be lazy and then do nothing but spend money, there's a good chance you're gonna do the first two. They gonna more likely go hand in hand. So that means, okay, when I come home, and you're probably not gonna fully clean up, which means I gotta clean up most of the time. You're probably not gonna wanna cook and do nothing. You're probably not gonna wanna spend too much quality time because most lazy people are not ambitious people. So if I'm marrying you with the thought that you're going to actually have my children in line. You're actually going to build you're going to add and multiply what I've already established. And if you're lazy, you're not likely not going to do any of that. Why do I need you? You're a burden. You're a liability. I'm not at this point in life as a man. Any of us who reach past 35, it should be in our minds automatically like, I don't need liabilities. What do I need you for if you're a liability? If you're lazy, that means now you're making my workload even more. So I've added another person who doesn't carry their own weight. They ain't cooking. They ain't cleaning. They don't tend to the things that they need to tend to. When I tell you something that I need you to possibly do or don't do, and now you creating whole additional problems. No, you're a liability. Deuce. Be gone, as in Lovelace said, Happy Feet. Be gone, demon seed. Get up out of here. Keep it moving. No, I don't have time for that. A guy who's trying to grow and be prosperous, a lazy woman is not something he wants and it's not something he needs. Which then if you're lazy, that goes into a whole nother thing if you're a dirty woman. What the heck? If you lazy, there's a good chance you're going to be dirty. And if you're lazy, there's a good chance you're going to let yourself go. A lot of us guys, we gravitate to what we see and what we like. So there's a real good chance if you lazy already, you showing signs of you lazy, you definitely going to let yourself go. Especially if the kids happen. And, it's like, oh, I like the whole fat and all this other stuff. But let that light bulb go off in that man and he start realizing that fat and all this other stuff is one of the biggest components to the decline in your health. Then it's like, okay, this is an individual I love. Do I become docile and just allow her to go ahead and let herself go? And then now in the end, I got to deal with the fact that you just let yourself go and I have to wash this mess. And that's a docile of a man who's to become jellyback, not in control of who he is. And he's not, and because he's not in control, that stuff's not radiating off of him to turn around and have that atmosphere on point. I'm sure, oh, no, I don't agree with that because such as, yeah, of course you're not going to agree with that because some guy over there say, oh, I don't care. That's exactly, you hear that? I don't care, which means he doesn't fully care about your well-being in the long term. So if you're going to be lazy, there's a good chance you're going to be dirty. There's a good chance you're going to let yourself go. There's a good chance that you're just going to have a whole bunch of I don't care, which leads to stuff like being trifling and all that other stuff. Like, no. The other thing is, controlling. There's one that I said with controlling, but there's another extension off of the one that's controlling, a manipulative woman. That's another one. A woman who's manipulative, she's going to try to get her way. And a manipulative woman might be actually the worst than the controlling woman because that manipulative woman, what she's going to do is try to get her way. She wants to be spoiled, have things pretty much go her way. She's always right. And when you try to say such, she's not the one that's going to bring herself down and become subject. And when I mean subject, as in submissive to the fact that, hey, I did such and such wrong. Let me submit my ego. Let me submit my pride and lower it and humble myself and say, oh, you know what? I was wrong in this situation. Those who manipulate, they don't do that. So if you showing that, okay, you manipulative, why should I keep you around? As a man, you're thinking like, well, why do I need her for? Every time I turn around, she trying to hustle me. She trying to be slick. You know, I see a lot of like, oh, his money, my money. Oh, if I wash his clothes and I find money in his pockets, it's mine. Oh, so now you stealing. Well, it's ours. But if he did that to you, how would you feel? And every time I ask that question, it's a whole different ball game. Well, yeah, like, what you backpedaling for? You got the powder lips. It's just, yeah, but you ain't saying nothing. Come on, man. No, manipulative women might be the worst of all because they're going to show plenty of signs of them being selfish and it being about them. And then when the children come along, they're going to manipulate you to do such and such a thing for her happiness. Manipulative women generally move based upon their happiness and not a man's happiness. So, and then we'll turn around and say that foolish statement that has been going on for far too long. I've heard it my whole entire life, which is a bunch of crap. Happy wife, happy life. No, it is not. And then you get a lot of these docile men who just put up with that crap. And they're the ones who are not happy. Like, oh, yeah, you know, I just go to the basement. Like, that's a thing in the Midwest I hear a lot because Midwest have a ton of basements. That's our MO thing here. The West Coast, not so much. South, not so much. But in the Midwest, it's like, oh, yeah, I just go to the basement. You know, that's my spot. And it's like, so you pay all the bills. You pay for this house. You pay majority of the bills here. And you're in your own house, you just delegate it to the basement. Man, if you don't get the heck out of here, ain't no way in the world. Yeah, I was married before and I wasn't going for it. So I don't care what y'all say. As far as I go, I'm not going for it. And there's a bunch of other guys I'm sure that won't go for it. But then there's plenty of guys that don't say, man, I don't want them problems. You can come over here. Like, no. So a lot of these things create issues. I mean, these are things that y'all just really don't pay attention to, but deep down there actually really create issues. Whether he's not gonna tell you or not, it just makes him more docile. It's just taking a little bit here, a little bit there, as I like to say, you know, the little foxes that's just coming off. Here, there. But yeah, manipulative woman, that's another thing you all should not be, that'll keep you from actually getting married. Be manipulative. And if you're manipulative, you may lie. Gotta catch you in a lie. Can't trust you. You're not loyal. And that's a whole other big thing. You're showing that you're not loyal. And the worst thing you can do is get yourself caught in a lie. Tricking off. Having another dude over here and you saying you such and such. Those are a lot of things. We paying attention to that stuff. We paying attention to what you say. We paying attention to if you told us you was at such and such and such, and we looking to see what time it is and then how you moving. If your actions don't meet your words, guys will pay attention then. Guys will definitely pay attention then to see if your words is meeting your actions. And then your actions is meeting the stuff that you saying and you doing. Like, nah, something ain't right here. And then you being insecure. Nah. Nah. If you give me one doubt now, I need to move on already. We ain't even play no games. Once you start doubting, then you start questioning everything else. Ain't no time. Ain't finna waste no more time on that. Go about your business. I'm sure there's a whole lot more. But at this point, I am hungry, and my dinner is actually waiting on me. I actually made it before the last video, and it's just been brewing. But I'm sorry. You know, this video has gone on a little bit, but maybe I'll make a part 2 to this. But yes, getting engaged is just getting the home plate. It's actually just getting to the point to where, okay, we can do business, but we ain't fully finalized nothing yet. It's just a trial run. And you gotta meet the expectations and the requirements and the prerequisites and all of that stuff. Well, no, the engagement is the prerequisite for the marriage, but you gotta meet all these requirements to actually get it to that point. So, yeah, you can say you've been engaged 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. I mean, technically speaking, to us guys who know better, we looking at you like, No. Move it along. Move it along. There's something wrong with this picture right here. You steady getting engaged, but you can't seal the deal. Yeah, you done it this many times. You ain't learned yet. Nah. But what you can do is hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, leave a comment, even if you in your feelings. I don't care. More gladly appreciate it though. But with that being said, it's WillMyCraven. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, because I'm definitely finna enjoy this daggone food, and I'm definitely finna kick back, make some edits, and enjoy my son. So, peace.